Thank you for Professor Wright allow us to present the topic of leadership as a reference to the universities. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Wong Shing, the Managing Director of Kowloon Watch Company. As actually I am the second generation. The company, Kowloon Watch Company itself, is a retail business starting from 1972. It's a kind of reliable watch business in Hong Kong, and I picked up the business for 40 years, and facing a lot of change in the Kowloon Watch Company. And during these changes, actually, our company needs a lot of young leaders. That's why we are concerned about developing of young leaders. And for the last 15 years, actually, we developed a career path for the young leaders. So when the young leaders come into the company, depending on what kind of knowledge they get, what kind of qualification and experience they have, we will plan for the time and the position, how they can work in company. So as we have, first of all, we, as experience concerned, we are handling our personnel HR with some of the VTC level, vocational training level, and the degree level. So we do have some degree level in our company. Working on the management itself, and for the VDC level, we will acquire those designer, image designer, marketing people working with us. So I think the university concern is how I can tackle with the university students. Actually, I think the universities already train up the people with skills and all tools before they come to our company. But of course, before they enter the society, they may ask some of the experienced people to have some experience sharing with the students. I have come across with some experience sharing with the people, and this is good. This is good for the students. But however, still they are green. They are green. So I set up in our company 5 layers of training opportunities for these young university students. They start with first to acquaint the people, to get along with the people for the first years, and for the second years, they will have some project to work for, and we will check and evaluate what they are doing, and they come to handle 3 to 4 successful projects. We will allow them to sit for the ESCOM level, so to work with the key staff and learn from key staff experience of how they handle some of the event and case or in the company. So if they can handle the case or become a some manager level, they can go into some manager level, and they start to work with the experienced managers, senior managers. The senior managers will work with them on handling all the daily work, all the daily difficulties or anything happens in the company, and they start to report to the senior level people. And by this time, my advice for the first 30 years is to prepare for the 4th years. That means the steering board for the company. They have to study more the MBA, EMBA for analysis of the market, for more macro thinking about the market, and after that they have the abilities of or I say the language, talking with the steering board to make decisions. And not the least, they have to go into the 5th years. The 5th years is to the boss level. That means the boss level means that they have to be capable to handle risk management. Risk management, for example, when there's a change in the market, they have to make sure that they are able to make a change, like what we learn from the blue ocean theory in the olden days. I think we give a very clear career path for some of the leaders, but it depends. The leaders itself, should adapt to some learning practice. That means they start with they don't know how to ask, and frequently they are accustomed to ask, and they learn how to ask the questions and how to share the ideas with the seniors, and the seniors are willing to tell them what they know about how to do it, the things how to do it. So I think 5 years it depends on the learning capacities of the young generation, and we expect they follow the 5 years training. Okay, the senior actually in the company should bear because a company can grow without the young people. So we actually, the senior people, in order to make the company grow, they should pass down. They should try to release all the experience and the talent to the young people, and the young people using this experience and try to build better opportunities for themselves. So on my left-hand side and right-hand side, they are the two samples for the training, the leadership training. On our left side is our branded international manager Angie Wong, and on our right side Angie Wong, and on our left side is Calvin, working on the sales and retail part. So actually, we in our company we have a lot of opportunities for our peoples or our young peoples, and one of our philosophy is actually the world is changing. The world is changing, and we know that the experience and life of people living are changing. The practice are changing. So our appliances, our tools actually cannot follow the old path. We have to have the right path for the business. So I would like the young generation to see a few words how they think about working in Kowloon company. So we start with Angie and Kevin.
Hi, so my name is Kevin. I'm the business development manager for Kowloon Watch Retail Group. I'm also, as boss said, one of our company's trainees in my 3rd year out of a 5-year program. So regarding, I think, learning and excellent teaching, I would like to come from a trainee's perspective. So I think the first thing is really, boss talked a lot about practically the system, but other than that, it's an attitude. And it's having a learning attitude. I think learning is a lifelong endeavor, and a lot of people stop after school. So no matter what institution you're in, whether it's school or in the workplace, you have to maintain a learning attitude. And learning means listening not just to respond, but listening to learn. So I think a lot of times we listen to things and we try to think of how to respond or how to give a counter argument. But oftentimes we have to listen and sort of absorb what someone is trying to tell us, including an older generation. That could be your boss, that could be a teacher, a professor, or a coworker. And the second thing I think is more functionally, being in a managing position, I also have to do some limited experience in training other staff. And in this aspect, I think, especially for younger generations, a coaching management style is a good style. Nowadays, you have to understand the students' wants and desires, their dreams. So to be able to coach a mentality, to be able to understand what they want, and to be able to provide an environment that can help fulfill their desires, that will help nurture a learning attitude.
Yes. So for me, my name is Angie, and I have been working for Kowloon Watch for 10 years. And as when I'm in the trainees, my attitude, I agree with Kevin that attribute of working is the behavior you have in the company. I think the skills that we can learn, everyone can learn how to do the test, but the behavior of how you treat the work is the most important part in a young generation leader should have. For example, like I think that for young generation, us we should have hard work, like we should have never give up attitude that keep working and trying to achieve our goals. And also another attribute which Dr. Wong have mentioned is communications. Communication is the most important as a young generation and also a leader, which for a company there is a lot of talents in the world. You can hire anyone that can help you, but the main thing is we need to have the same principle for the company. So I think as a young leadership, the communication and clear guidelines is is the most important for our companies.
Yeah. After hearing the two young generations talking about their ways of thinking about their situation in a company like Kowloon Watch Company, so it's senior to tell the young people our attitudes. Okay, the first is a company can never grow without young people, and the company cannot grow without people's helping the companies to grow. So senior people should, as I learned from one of the Professor John Davis, he say, if you are staying at 100 meters, you only see about 10 block of people, 10 block of house. And you go for 30,000 meters high, you can see about 1,000 house, and you can see more, you can walk more. So when you want to grow higher, so you need to see more, So one of my philosophy is to download something is an experience. It starts with difficulties to let the young leaders know what they are doing. So I need to have a very clear career path for them, and they know after 5 years with the experience, with the hard working, I can achieve something. Okay, so I also tell them how many level, for each level, what you should do. So this is the second step. The third step is I have to have a very clear attitude that the philosophy is something like this. If the people cannot walk, then we have to hold him. Okay, teach him how to walk. If the people can walk, better don't help him to walk. Okay, so when he want to run, so you have to speak to him. Okay, you have to be careful. You may fall. Okay, so when you go into some competitions, then you say, I will tell him, you have to be careful. There are so many competitors outside. You have to be careful. There are so many competitors outside, and you have to tackle with your competitors. Okay, so that is what my thinking about the leaders. So anything more about?
Yes. Then with the clear guidelines, then us will have the motivation to continue working for the companies. Yeah.